Okay, so we are going to make our loaf of sourdough bread. So the tools that I have with me is a kitchen scale. This is one that I buy off Amazon. I'll have the links to all of my products below. You don't need to buy anything fancy to make sourdough bread. So a scale is really the only extra thing I have here. So I'm gonna put my bowl on my scale and turn it on, making sure that it comes to 0 and we're measuring in grams. This is my sourdough starter. Watch the other video about sourdough starter to figure out where to get a good one and what it should look like. But my sourdough starter is at its peak, so it's domed up at the top. It smells sweet, and you can see that there's bubbles of varying size. So there's smaller bubbles, there's larger bubbles. I put this on when I fed it, so it's doubled in size, and this is what it looks like on the inside. When it comes out, it's going to be gloopy. It shouldn't be too runny, and it shouldn't be too thick. So I'm doing 120 grams of starter, and I'm just using a butter knife to encourage my starter out of the jar. I'm not super particular. I have 123 and that's fine. If you're at like 130, you might put a little bit back, but it doesn't need to be perfect. So I have 123 grams of starter, but 120 is the goal. I'm then going to clear my scale so it says 0 grams, and I'm going to add 375 grams of water. This should be distilled water. The risk of using city water or any treated water is that you hit it at a point when the chemicals are a little bit high, and those chemicals could kill the wild yeast in your sourdough starter. So using distilled water is encouraged, or if you dechlorinate your water by leaving it sit on your counter for a few hours, that's fine too. So 375 of distilled water, clearing our scale, coming to 0, and then this is just white all-purpose flour. I'm adding 500 grams. I'll do a note about using different flours in a different video. So 500 grams of flour, and then I'm adding 10 grams of salt. This can be any kind of salt. I use the pink Himalayan salt for no real reason, and any salt is fine. Okay, so this is what my bowl looks like. I have my starter, my water, my flour, and my salt. I'm just gonna take it off of my scale to mix it together. I'm just using a kitchen fork. You can also use your hands, or you can purchase a dough whisk, which works really slick too. But a fork works just fine as well. I don't overwork my dough, and I don't make it super complicated. You're just trying to mix it so that it's all the same consistency. So you don't want lumps of flour in there, and you don't want lumps of starter or spaces where you see salt. Okay, so my dough looks pretty good. I'm just going to clear off my fork. This is what my dough looks like. I'm just going to leave it on the counter, cover it with a tea towel, and set it to the side, setting a timer for 20 minutes, and then come back and watch the next video on stretch and folds.